Good morning to all. Hope all are doing well. We can start our maths class from the 5th chapter, Arithmetic Progression. In this chapter, we will study about what is an arithmetic progression, what is the nth term of an arithmetic progression, and how to find the sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression. Today we are going to study what's an arithmetic progression and what's the common difference of an arithmetic progression, then how to find the general form of an arithmetic progression. Okay, chapter 5. Arithmetic progression. In your smaller classes, you studied about number patterns 1, 20, 21, 41, 41, then 61, etc. Then 1, 4, 9, 16, etc. Then 4, 8, 16, 32, etc. 10, 15, 20, 25, etc. These are some examples of number patterns. In the first and fourth number pattern, the successive numbers are obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding number. And the second example, it's the squares of consecutive numbers. And the third example, it's a fixed number is multiplied with to the preceding number, we get the successive numbers. Now we consider the first and fourth example. In these two examples, the successive numbers are obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding number. Here 1 plus 20 we get 21 and 21 plus 20 we get 41. Then 41 plus 20 we get 61. Let's say fixed number added to the preceding number, we get the successive numbers. This type of number patterns are called arithmetic progression or AP. Okay, we can see some more examples of arithmetic progression. Example 10, 8, 6, 4, etc. Then 1 by 2, 1, 3 by 2, etc. 100, 200, 300, etc. Minus 20, minus 15, minus 10, minus 5, etc. These are some examples of arithmetic progression. An arithmetic progression is a collection of numbers in which the successive terms are obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding number except the first number. Then here we are adding a fixed number. So that fixed number is called the common difference of the arithmetic progression. That means the fixed number adding in an arithmetic progression is called the common difference. And we are denoting this as the small letter D. Here the first example, you can see that 20 is the fixed number and the common difference D is equal to 20. And in the fourth example, we can see that which is the fixed number there. 5 D is equal to 5 there. 5 is the fixed number there. Then consider this example 10, 8, 6, 4. Here what is the common difference? 10 plus which number you get? 8. 10 plus minus 2 we get 8. Here when you add a positive and a negative number, first you subtract, that is 10 minus 2. We get there 8 and put the sign of largest number. Which is the largest number here? 10 is the largest number and its sign is positive. So we get 8 there. Then 8 plus minus 2 is equal to 6. 6 plus minus 2 is equal to 4. Then we can consider another example. 4, 4, 4, etc. Is this an arithmetic progression? It is an arithmetic progression with the common difference 0. So we get the common difference here, it is positive number and here it is negative number and here we get 0 as the common difference. So we can conclude that the common difference may be positive, negative or 0. Common difference may be positive, negative or 0. Let the first term of an AP be A1 and the second term be A2 and third term A3, then the nth term as AN, etc. The nth term as AN. So here we get an arithmetic progression A1, A2, A3, etc. AN. And take D as the common difference. We can find the common difference of this arithmetic progression by subtracting the preceding number from the succeeding number. That's D is equal to A2 minus A1. We get the common difference by subtracting the preceding number from the succeeding number. D is equal to A2 minus A1. Similarly, we get A3 minus A2. Also, we get the same fixed number, that's the common difference D. And n minus 1 is equal to D. Now we can find the general form of an AP. Let's take the first term of AP as A. Let's say A1 is equal to A and D as the common difference. Then A2 is equal to, how you get A2? A2 is the sum of first and the common difference, that is A1 plus D. Then A1, what is A1 here? From here we get A1 as A is equal to A plus D. Then A3 is equal to A3, how you get? A3 is equal to A2 plus D. The preceding number plus the common difference, we get the succeeding number. That's equal to A2 is A plus D. Substitute that value there with A plus D plus D. That's equal to A plus 2D. Then from there we can form the we can find the general form of an AP. This A plus D a plus 2d, a plus next term is a plus 3d, etc. is the general form of the AP. So, arithmetic progression is the collection of numbers in which the successive terms are obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding number except the first number. Next we are studying what is the common difference. The fixed number we are adding in a arithmetic progression are called a common difference, and we are denoting it with the letter D. And next we are doing find the general form of an AP. A plus D, a plus 2D, a plus 3D is the general form of an AP. And to find the common difference of an AP, subtract the preceding number from the succeeding number. Take any two consecutive numbers in an AP, we get the common difference there. Okay, in an AP, if there are only finite number of terms, then it is called a finite AP. That is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. This is an example of a finite AP. And in this finite AP, we know that which is the last term of that AP. And if the number of terms are not finite, then it is called infinite AP. And we don't know that which is the last term of that AP, infinite AP. Example is 4, 8, 12, 16, etc. So, example of infinite AP, and this one is an example of finite AP. In a finite AP, it has a finite number of terms or countable number of terms, and we know that which is the last term. And in an infinite AP, we don't know that how many terms are there, and we don't know what is the last term there. Okay, based on this section, we can do some problems. For an AP, 3 by 2, 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, minus 3 by 2, etc. So, AP. We want to find the first term and common difference. First term is the first number we can see in the arithmetic progression or AP. Which is the first number here? First number is 3 by 2. So, we are denoting the first term as A, the letter A. So, A is equal to 3 by 2. Then to find the common difference from this AP, D is equal to, we can subtract from the succeeding number to the preceding number, we get the common difference here. From any two consecutive terms we can take 1 by 2 minus 3 by 2. Here the denominators, the fraction and the denominators are same. So we can write the denominator 2 here, then 1 minus 3. 1 minus 3, what we get here? 3 minus 1 is 2, and its a sign, largest number sign is negative. So minus 2 divided by minus 2. And what we get here? Minus 2 divided by 2 is minus 1. So here we get first term as 3 by 2 and a common difference as minus 1. Then we can do one more example. 0.6, 1.7, 2.8, 3.9. It's an AP. We want to find the first term and its common difference. The first term is 0.6. 0.6. And the common difference. Okay, we can subtract from this term from A4. From A4 we can subtract A3. That is 3.9 minus 2.8. From A3 we can subtract A2. Then also we get the same answer. From A2 we can subtract A1. Here also we get the same answer. Then 3.9 minus 2.8. 9 minus 8, 1. Then put the point here. 3 minus 2 as 1. So we get the common difference as 1.1. So in this AP, 0.6 as the first term and common difference as 1.1. Okay, we can do next type of problem. Which of the following list of numbers from an AP? Which of the following list of numbers, form an AP? If they form an AP, write the next two terms. 4, 10, 16, 16, 22, etc. First we want to check, is this an AP or not? If it is an AP, we want to find the next two terms. Okay, to check is it an AP or not, first we want to subtract, take this as A1, so A2, A3, A4. Then A2 minus A1. 10 minus 4. What we get here? 10 minus 4 is 6. And A3 minus A2 is equal to 16. That's the third term is 16. Third term minus the second term. 10 we get 6 there. Then A4 minus A3. That is 22 minus 16. What we get here? Here we get 6. So we get a fixed number there. That is a fixed number added. We get the arithmetic. We get this number pattern. So we can say that it's an AP. So 4, 10, 16, 22 is an AP and its common difference is 6. Now we want, it's an AP, so we want to find next two terms. Then how to find the next term? Next term is A5. How we get A5? A5 is equal to A4 plus D. That's equal to A4 is fourth term is 22 and 22 plus 6. 22 plus 6 is equal to 28. And next term is A6. A6 is A5 plus D. What's A5? A5 is 28. That's equal to 28 plus 6. We get the 34. So we get the arithmetic progression as 4, 10, 16, 22, 28, 34, etc. Then we can do one more problem using this. You consider the pattern comma 3 plus root 2, comma 3 plus 2 root 2, comma 3 plus 3 root 2, etc. We want to check is this an AP or no. And if it is an AP, we want to find the next two terms. Then take this as A1, it's A2, A3, A4. A2 minus A1. A2 minus A1, that is 3 plus root 2 minus 3. First term is, or A1 is 3. It's 3 minus, then subtract the two rational numbers here. That's 3 and minus 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. So we get here root 2. Then A3 minus A2 is equal to 3 plus 2 root 2 minus, put the bracket here, minus. There are more than one term, then don't forget to put the bracket. So 3 plus 2 root 2, then the numbers inside the bracket want to change, it's a 5. So 3 is positive here, that become minus 3, and root 2 also positive, that also become minus root 2. Then we can subtract the two rational numbers, and next then we can subtract the two irrational numbers. This 3 minus 3 we get the 0, and 2 root 2 minus root 2. Here root 2 means it is 1 root 2, that is 2 root 2 minus 1 root 2, we get the 1 root 2, or that is root 2. Then A4 minus A3 is equal to 3 plus 3 root 2 minus, put the bracket, then 3 plus 2 root 2. That's equal to 3 plus 3 root 2 minus, want to change its sign, minus 3 minus 2 root 2. Then 3 minus 3 is 0, and 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2 is equal to 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2, what we get? 1 root 2. 3 minus 2 is 1, so we get 1 root 2. 1 root 2 is same as root 2. Here also we get a fixed number. Therefore, this one also an AP. 3 plus root 2, 3 plus 2 root 2, 3 plus 3 root 2, etc. is an AP. Next, we want to find what is its next two terms. A5 is equal to A4 plus the common difference D. That's equal to A4 is 3 plus 3 root 2 plus its common differences we get here as a root 2 is equal to, we can add these two irrational numbers, that is 3 root 2 plus 1 root 2, we get there 4 root 2. This 3 plus 4 root 2 is the fifth term, and its sixth term is the A5 plus D. What is A5? 3 plus 4 root 2. 3 plus 4 root 2 plus, and its common difference is root 2. From here we get 3 plus 4 root 2 plus root 2 is 5 root 2. So we get the AP as 3 plus root 2, 3 plus 2 root 2, 3 plus 3 root 2, 3 plus 4 root 2, 3 plus 5 into etc. Then you can check one more example. Example is 2, 4, 8, 16. First we want to check is an AP or not. If it is an AP, we want to find the next two terms. Also you can write here A1, A2, A3, A4. Then A2 minus A1 is equal to 4 minus 2. We get 2. Then A3 minus A2, we get 8 minus 4. It's equal to 4. Is these two are equal? Here we don't get a fixed number or we don't get a common difference. Therefore, it's not an AP. That is 2, 4, 8, 16 is not an AP. Okay, next we can discuss the next type of problem. Write the first 4 terms of the AP when the first term A and the common difference D are given as follows. Write the first 4 terms of an AP if the first term and its common difference are given. A is equal to 10, D is equal to again B is equal to 10. We want to write the first 4 terms of this AP. That's we want to find the A1, A2, A3 and A4. So, A1 is same as A. It's the first term. So A1 is equal to 10 here. Then A2 is equal to A1 plus D. That is 10 plus 10. 10 is the first term, that is A1, and D is the common difference there. This 10 plus 10 is the 20. Then A3 is equal to A2 plus D. Here you get A2 as 20. That's equal to 20 plus common difference. We get here 30. And A4 is equal to A3 plus D. We get 30 plus 10. That's equal to 40. So you can write this arithmetic progression as 10, 20, 30, 40. Don't forget to put the etc. symbol. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, etc. This is the arithmetic progression with the first term 10 and common difference 10. Okay, next problem is A is equal to minus 1 and D is equal to 1 by 2. We want to form an AP. That's A1 is equal to minus 1, A2 is equal to minus 1 plus the common difference. That's the first term plus the common difference. It's minus 1 plus 1 by 2. Here you can put 1 as the denominator. Then to cross multiply we get minus 1 into 2 is equal to minus 2 plus 1 into 1 divided by 1 multiplied the denominators, that is 1 into 2. Here the first term is negative and next one is positive. To add a negative and positive number, first you subtract, then you put the sign of largest number. This 2 minus 1 is 1, you get the answer. And here the largest number is 2 and its sign is minus. So we get minus 1 by 2. Then A3 is equal to A2 plus D. That is minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. Here one is negative and next one is positive. The one to subtract, that is 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. What we get there? 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 is 0. So A3 is 0. Then A4 is equal to A3 plus D. That is 0 plus 1 by 2. 0 plus any number, we get the same number. So we get here 1 by 2. That's the AP is minus 1, minus 1 by 2, 0, 1 by 2, etc. Then we can do the next type of problem. In which of the following situations does the list of numbers involved make an arithmetic progression and arithmetic progression? The taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer and rupees 8 for each additional kilometer. We want to check this form and AP or not. Here it's given that the first kilometer the taxi fare is 15 and the second additional kilometer the additional charge is 8 rupees, that is 15 plus 8. 15 plus 8 is we get to 23. Then next kilometer we want to again add 8. We get to 31. So here we are in each additional kilometer we are adding 8 here. That is we are adding a fixed number 8. Therefore it is an AP. That's the taxi fare after each kilometer when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer and rupees 8 for each additional kilometer. This form an AP. Okay, we can check another problem. The amount of air present in a cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1 by 4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. The amount of air present in a cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1 by 4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. So first the volume of air present in the cylinder is V. Then when the vacuum pump removes 1 by 4 of the air, we get that is 1 by 4 of V is removed. 1 by 4 of V is, we get 1 by 4 into V. So we can write V by 4. So that is at a time 1 by 4 of the air is removing. So the remaining volume is equal to V minus the V by 4. This 1 by 4th of the volume of air is removing. So take the denominator as 1, then cross multiply. 4 into V, 4, V minus V divided by 1 into 4, 4. So we get there 4V minus V is 3V divided by 4. So this time 3V by 4 the volume of the cylinder. Now the volume of the cylinder is 3V divided by 4. It's the remaining volume of the cylinder is 3V by 4. Then again we are removing 1/4 volume of this air present in the cylinder. That is 1/4 of 3V by 4. 1/4. It's into 1/4. We get there 3V divided by 16. So 3V by 4 is the first volume, then 1/4 of that volume is the removing, that is 3V by 16 is removing from that cylinder, removing the remaining volume of the cylinder is 3V by 4 minus 3V by 16. We get here 16 as the LCM. We get there 12V minus 3V. I think all of you know how to do this problem. Let's say 3V by 4 minus 3V by 16. Okay, in this fraction the denominator is not same, so we want to find the LCM there. LCM is equal to LCM of 4 and 16 we want to find. So 4, 16, 2, 8, then 2, 1, 4, then 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. Then the LCM is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. We get the LCM as LCM is equal to 16. Next, we want to change the denominator of these two terms as the denominator as the LCM. Here the second term the denominator is 16. So we want only change the denominator of the first term. It's 3V by 4. How we can make the denominator of 3V by 4, denominator 4, how it becomes 16? 4 into 4 we get 16. So we are multiplying a number with the denominator. So you must multiply the numerator also with the same number. Let's multiply the numerator also with the 4. We get there 12V divided by 16. Now both have the same denominator. 3V by 4 as 12V divided by 16 minus 3V divided by 16. If the denominators are same, then you write the denominator there and subtract the numerator. 12V minus 3. We get here. So 12V minus 3V is equal to, we get 9V divided by 16. So we get 3 terms there. First, what is the volume of the cylinder? First the volume is V. Then 1/4 of the air is removed. Then the volume is 3V divided by 4. Next the volume is 9V divided by. Now we want to check, is this form an AP or not? So A2 minus A1 is equal to 3V by 4 minus V. Multiply, take the denominator as 1. So 3V minus 4 into 4V divided by 4 into 1. 4 is equal to 3V minus 4V is we get minus V divided by 4. Then A3 minus A2 is equal to 9V by 16 minus 3V by 4. Make the denominator as a 16 or LCM of the denominator is 16. We get 9V minus 12V. We get there minus 3V divided by 16. So we don't get a fixed number or we don't get a common difference here. Therefore, this of not form an AP. Okay. I think all should understand today's section. If you have any doubt, you can call me. Then do the problems in exercise 5.1. Thank you.